Hello friends, welcome back to Top Spot Sports. Today we'll show you Mickie James' dead moments. Let's get into it. The war goddess Ember Moon matched wits with six-time women's champion Mickie James on Raw. Ember Moon got the win with the Eclipse that knocked Mickie James out so hard that she was sent flying across the ring.
There it is! The Eclipse sent Mickie James across the ring!
In WWE Night of Champions 2009, Mickie James challenged Maurice for the WWE Divas Championship. During that match, Mickie James brought out her best moves, hoping to become the new champion. Maurice had her well scouted though, as she clocked Mickie right in the skull right before she could jump off the top rope.
Experiencing an extreme makeover. Whoa! Did you hear that? Yes, I did.
If you find our channel entertaining, please subscribe to our channel. A fired up Mickie James went up against the imposing Nia Jax and Dana Brooke for a chance to earn a title shot at Alexa Bliss's Women's Championship at that year's SummerSlam. Mickie James immediately went after Nia Jax, only for Jax to send her flying across the ring.
Alexa Bliss. Both people get lots of... Oh! Good God!
Chelsea Green went one-on-one with friend and reigning Knockouts World Champion Mickie James in a non-title match. Number one contender Tasha Steelz, just days away from her title shot, watched from ringside. Mickie tried to use one of Tasha's moves on Green, but got too cocky, and Green countered with a cutter that planted Mickie's face right on the mat.
Mickie James able to stop it.
Are you kidding me? Did she just use my move? That is my move.
Becky Lynch looked to settle the score with former WWE Women's Champion Mickie James at that year's Elimination Chamber. Becky Lynch caught Mickie James with a flying firearm from the apron and knocked her out on the outside.
To the outside. Oh! The flying firearm by Becky Lynch!
Mickie James tried to save her tag team partner Alexa Bliss from being pinned by Naomi. Becky Lynch couldn't just stand by and watch Mickie interfere, so she went straight to Mickie and slammed her with a Bex-sploder.
Press hooks the inside leg, Mickie James into short-circuit that pinning attempt. Bex-sploder!
Later on during Mickie James's match with Becky Lynch at Elimination Chamber, Becky continued to have her way against Mickie, this time flying from on top of the turnbuckle to hit a missile dropkick on Mickie James.
Lynch all the way to the top turnbuckle. Missile dropkick.
The baddest woman on the planet, Ronda Rousey, defended her title against six-time women's champion Mickie James in an unscheduled Raw Women's Championship match. Things didn't work out for Mickie James as she got squashed by Rousey's Piper's Pit.
Ragdoll right now to dig down deep, and Ronda Rousey
Dangerous.
and Corey, she's not done yet. And again, looking for a third one here.
Maybe Ronda's having a flashback.
As Raw's main event descended into chaos, Ronda Rousey got a piece of Mickie James. Rousey then locked Mickie James into a vicious armbar, causing a disqualification.
Oh, look at Rousey! Oh, God. Wow, and Fate knows the armbar!
Alexa Bliss seems to have a knack for catching Mickie James out of nowhere with his quick right hands, knocking her out completely.
Alexa able to slip out of two. That you thought she had Alexa there. Oh, and a right hand floors Mickie. Oh, what a right hand.
The irresistible force Nia Jax made an example of Alexa Bliss's friend Mickie James before her Raw Women's title Extreme Rules match against the Goddess. Nia Jax made sure Alexa Bliss was watching as she slammed Mickie James with a sit-out powerbomb.
Up goes Mickie. Down goes Mickie. Sit-out powerbomb.
Four elite female superstars collided for the right to challenge Bayley for the Raw Women's Championship at that year's WWE Payback. As Sasha Banks was getting ready to suplex Mickie James from on top of the turnbuckle, Nia Jax came in and grabbed Sasha into a fireman's carry and decided to use Sasha to knock Mickie James off the top turnbuckle.
Oh, look out from behind. Nia Jax blasting Banks. Oh my God, using...
Nia Jax showcased just how strong she can be by lifting Mickie James off the turnbuckle, flexing her up in the air, and then catching her straight into a Samoan drop.
Oh my God. Pressing.
Look at this. Look at this.
Samoan drop. James and a kick out.
Fresh off a hot tag, Ember Moon striked Mickie James so hard with a textbook spinning forearm that it made Mickie James go on a spin herself.
Oh, straight right to Mickie.
Natalya, who was then challenging for Alexa Bliss's Women's Championship, made an example of Mickie James by slamming her with an electric chair bomb, whilst Alexa Bliss was watching on ringside.
Opportunity to face Ronda one-on-one in the center of the ring, fair and square. No, exactly. It's going to be a different story.
And look out.
Challengers of Alexa Bliss's Raw Women's Championship really like to make an example out of Mickie James. This time, the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka, hit Mickie James with a running knee strike that seemed to turn Mickie James's world upside down.
Cheerleader is Asuka. Just dropped Mickie and she may be out.
The Wicked Witch of WWE, Alexa Bliss, looked to send a painful message to Bayley ahead of their Raw Women's title match at Extreme Rules. Mickie James unfortunately had to be the victim once again.
Oh, and a DDT by Alexa. And here's the cover. And the women's champion.
As Mickie James was fighting off Nia Jax, little did she know the Ember Moon was sizing her up from on top of the turnbuckle for the Eclipse. Ember Moon once again nailed the Eclipse so hard on Mickie that it sent her rolling across the ring.
Mickie begging. Ember Moon, top rope, Eclipse!
Alexa Bliss thought that her statement win against Mickie James wasn't enough to send Bayley a painful message. Bliss then went on an absolute rampage on Mickie James by hitting her with a kendo stick.
Make an example of Mickie James!
This brings us to the end of our video. Thank you for sharing your time with us and we hope you have enjoyed it. Hit like if you did and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because we're sure that you'll love them. With that, we'll see you in the next video.